Top apartment up there versus 2017. The bottom apartment down there versus 2010. That apartment across versus 2015. And the apartment up there versus 2012. And the apartment down there versus 2004. And this apartment versus uh, 2022, 2023, all the attacks from Mexican schools and churches in the present that can't go back to a time before 3 year Skokie first started, or 2 decade crossroad, or 1990 Virgin Islands, or 2016 Pulaski. So, some main events when people tried to steal my identity last night. I dreamed of Michael's sister, and the boy was trying to give people shoes, and eventually some stuff that happened in 2020 Skokie half ride was before 2023 championship, and now elections is coming up after kitchen 2020, that room 2017, other room 2012, this room uh 2015. So each thing has a dimension of four sides and one entry of limitation that has a view of that entry of limitation and a side where you could access that limitation through an entry with no boundary. And it relates to when people try to identity theft me. Today is August 3rd, and I was just having thoughts right here about last night, about going back to the past, uh, before I got attacked yesterday or the day before. And sometimes even August hasn't started, the years haven't started relating to the days yet. It's just a month after July. July is like standing on a Navy ship. And then, eventually, if I ever go back to 2017 in a split second, it will be different than when I dream of people trying to steal my identity in the coronavirus after 2017. That was 3 years. Now 2023 after 2000, 3 years. 2017 after age 17, 9 years. 2022 after 2001, 20 years. And 1990 before 2019, about 15 years. So split 30 years can be 5 years at any end up. Doesn't have to be an age related to that age. It could still be 9 under, or even below 2010. It could be 10 under, because it doesn't have to be a 9 and a 9 on a card. It could be a 10 and a 31, or it could even be a 22 and a 19 on a card. Uh, because eventually, if you start from a certain time and split things up, 1 year of date doesn't necessarily have to have a certain uh, boundary of limitation, because it could have, just because you're 30 years old, 30 can have split ends at each. You can have 9 at each end. You could go 30 steps and have a 9 at each end, a 10, especially in August. But when you're going to 2024, you could go age by age. But if you have 9 before 31, it's different than having 9 before 2001, because the stretch time, you could stretch longer than the age 20. You could stretch longer than the age 15. A date 15, you could have 20 after. And a Kimball, you could have a Vaughn field versus a Aldi Skokie field. You could have a Dollar Tree Irving. You could have a turn, a opposite direction of a Lincoln, and have two things just alike that lead to where a school came from. You could have like a red bone pretty girl saving you. Can't save you, like I said. When I turn the pages, when I see, can't save you. When I see your body, when I turn it, girl, I can't save you. All I got you when you're moving. I got that body when you're rocking what I'm doing. girl, I'm love. So they say, girl, I'm loving you. And or like we won't get cracking because they like, how does you do that? It's because they be wrong. So like my music will be cracking because it's a little different. You see, like that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just like should be like in the guy like, I'm in love with a man. But sometimes imperfection is like what really happens. You see. Dance tonight. I got my feet up on that cloudy October floor. And I'm feeling right the sun in August in that flagpole. When I'm dancing in the school and they talking about frozen hill. But I'm dancing on my Nikes and I'm going to the hill. Can you rock with me? Can you feel the beat? Can you say all names of the states in 3 seconds? Can you go to the lake? Can you ride down the train? Can you go downstate in the August sun gon' run? So when you rock with me, come on and move that body. When you know these things don't get wrong, cause like it just when dance, she started to do the dance with it because she liked to dance. You see. So eventually, when the key comes, it's so proud because like we would be like, oh, so people would like have a golden sun. You see. So eventually, like that's my key. So imagine if there was a piano, I could sing 1,000 keys. Like I could write a song, but like when I get a little moody in August, I just had to, lift it up a little bit. So just imagine if it was, listen to the sunrise. Yeah, I go to a black church, but the Lions don't go to black church. The Lions go to Africa. So like people get so days, cause like that's the real key. You see, so if someone ever hums a tune to their children, like people do like R&B. You see, it's just like people will say they're having sex, and it's like that's why when my light skin Spanish bone says me, like she'll be stuck to me, or my spade bone or my windy bone.